Well, good evening, everybody. I know I'm back again, and this time I decided to take the spot 8 o'clock at night on Sundays, and maybe go through a cruise news that we missed during the week, or talked about, or maybe get into more detail. Maybe let some other people that are not aware of what is happening lately, especially with all the changes that we're going through in this country, especially it's going to be damaging other countries with their decisions that they have to make uh, because of what it's been going on here the past 60 days, which I'm pretty pissed about. But we'll move on. We'll talk about some. I'll try to pick a news segment. I'm gonna read the news about it so you guys could know about it, and then we'll talk about it and see. I'm gonna try to define what is between the lines and to see if they see their point of view or mine. And again, this is extremely my point of view. So I want you guys to do chat about it on the chat here, and we'll discuss it and see what else we can do. Um, Depending on how things go, the first few weeks, then I see if I continue doing this on Sundays. And I know a lot of you are probably a bit tired of seeing me a lot like I used to, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how things, how we feel about this point of a cruise news, and see how much we know about it or how much we care. And then we just discuss it. All points are welcome, and we'll see. We'll take it from there. So let me see who's in the chat right now. And then we had Cheryl Bouchers here. She says, I'm awake and ready to chat. Okay. This is the first time I ever wrote yo, yo, yo. Well, I hope it won't be the last time either. By the way, the family was here all afternoon. They went out for a snack, sweet snack, and then came back, and they all said goodbye to me and good night, and they're out of here. So, but I stayed behind thinking that I didn't be in rushing them to be here at 8 o'clock. I wanted to go and have dinner, have a good time, but apparently they ate their ice cream and came back home anyway. So, but moving on. Mr. Talking with Bob, how you doing, sir? Hey, everyone. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a while, so thank you for popping in, and thank you for being part of the studio. Also, I much appreciate it. Appreciate that. Didi is also here. Welcome, Didi. Welcome over here. I hope you're not too tired yet. Hang out with us as much as you can, and if you gotta go to bed, hey, no problem. You take your nap, okay? Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl says, I love the subject. And hey, talking to Bob. So let me, I got something here on the side that I'm working on too at the same time. So let me get some stuff done here. Hold on. And who else we saw? Cheryl, Bob. Okay. We and Didi, of course. I got that taken care of, and I'm assuming that Jeremy's also there. So good. So I went through any specific new details for tonight, and I hope it will keep us through the whole hour talking about it. So let me play this really quick for you guys. Hold on. So there was a miscommunication that leads to a family to miss the cruise. Who is at fault? A North Carolina mother and her 4 children were denied boarding for their Royal Caribbean cruise in Port Canaveral due to a misunderstanding over inappropriate ID for one of the children. But how did the miscommunication occur? Shannon Nutting had saved for months to buy the cruise vacation as a surprise for her children, and even kept the exciting secret on the 8-hour drive to Florida. Once parked at Port Canaveral, Nutting filmed the happy reaction of her children when she told them they would be setting sail on Red Caribbean's cruise, but the happiness was short-lived. Hold on, hold on one minute, please. We're back over here. So, according to ABC News, upon checking in at the cruise terminal, Nutting, who is a teacher, was told there was a problem with the identification of her 16-year-old son. His student ID will not be accepted for him to board the ship. Nutting had spoken directly to Royal Caribbean prior to the cruise about her son's special needs, noting that he does not possess a state issue ID. The cruise line requires that all guests age 16 and older show a valid government issue photo ID along with a state certificate, birth certificate, if they aren't traveling with a passport. Due to her son's special circumstances, Nutting was told his student ID would be acceptable. But once at the port, the story changed and she was told he will not be able to board. And unquote, I explained to the check-in staffer that we had talked to Royal Caribbean and they had assured us that the school ID was valid. And I was upset by that point, crying. So I asked, could I speak to a supervisor? End quote, she says. The supervisor continued to deny the boarding, and ultimately the family watched the Royal Caribbean cruise ship sail away without them aboard. All a year savings and pain on it, everybody was just heartbroken and devastated. Everybody was exhausted, Nutting said. The exact ship and sailing date has not been disclosed, but several Royal Caribbean ships are currently homeported from Port Canaveral, because the next step after conferring with Royal Caribbean and verifying that yes, the family should have been permitted to board would have been to catch up with the ship in Cozumel. It is likely the cruise was to have been aboard Wonder of the Seas. Rather than go through the hassle of flying her family to Mexico to board the ship late, Nutting chose to remain in Florida and enjoy time in the Sunshine State for a few days before returning home. Definitely not the vacation she had planned. How much compensation is enough? Royal Caribbean did offer Nutting several options for the denied boarding after the identification paperwork was confirmed to have been suitable. First, she could have gotten a 100% future cruise credit along with 700 of onboard credit for another cruise, but this would not include any monetary refund. Second, she could simply choose a full refund covering some expenses or a full refund plus a 25% future cruise credit if she has interest in booking for another sailing. Nutting Republic did not accept any of the options. She wanted not only a full refund, but also coverage of the expenses in traveling to Florida. And while remaining there, they should have been on their cruise. If I made a mistake and they offered me anything, any kind of refund, then I would think that would be gracious up then, Nutting said. But I didn't make any mistakes. I mean, sure, we had our documentation. Everybody's birth certificates were certified. The people who needed IDs had IDs, and I just feel like then offering a refund of the cruise price is just unacceptable. Royal Caribbean has provided further training to port personnel about acceptable travel conditions, especially for these types of special circumstances. Many experienced cruise travelers might immediately note that Nutting could have had passports for herself and all four children. This would have avoided the problem, but such documentation can be expensive. Two adult passports necessary for age 16 and older, and three additional children passports add up to $735 just for the application and execution fees, not counting any rush fees, photo fees, or expedited delivery. Nutting is not turned off from cruising by this devastating experience. has said she will be sure to get everything in writing if she cruises with her family again. And apparently, there's, I will say, if we're gonna really discuss this news that I picked today, there seems to be a few problems here right off the bat. First of all, she should have had, like she says, written proof of all this from the beginning. I don't care what anybody tells you when you're visiting another country, even if you're you don't travel much or you do, any other running around. You do your research. It's up to you. If you want to have a great time, a great vacation, you have to research what you're doing. You have to research where you're going. You have to do research where you're going to, because you have no idea what's right now. Let's say I plan to go to Puerto Rico tomorrow. I better know what's happening there yesterday, because ain't nobody going to be there waiting for me to tell me, oh, this is going to happen, this might happen, this might happen. No, I need to know myself. You want to make sure that you're going to have a great time on the ship. You do your research. You get names. You, whoever you talk to, make sure you call the number that find out from who, whatever they tell you. If they tell you something, make sure you find full names. Write all that stuff down, no matter what. You want to make sure that you're on the right track. Do not listen to Facebook messages. Do not listen to other cruisers. Call the company themselves. Royal Caribbean, a travel agent. If somebody gives you advice, write it down, but be eerie about it. Is it true? Not all advice is good. Not everything that comes to you handed down is not always the right thing to do. Like when we start finding out about insurance and all that stuff, maybe she had insurance, which I don't hear anything about it, travel insurance. This whole thing could have been avoided. Also, she would have got some monetary money back. And it really gets me, what really gets me about this is because one ID or one kid, I mean, they should have made an exception no matter what. I bet you this lady paid a pretty penny to get on this cruise, and just because somebody didn't feel like taking a school ID, they get denied the whole thing, and they're giving her a refund on a bad point. They are the ones canceling her cruise. She should get money for it, or credit to her credit card, however she paid for it. Not this future credit. Will this lady decide to come back to Royal Caribbean? She might not now. You just lost featured sailors on her kids. Featured, talking to other people about it, referring cruise Royal Caribbean as a great cruise company. Now she's just gonna put you all down, and who knows what else. So word of mouth is really bad. And I will tell you, Royal Caribbean is expensive. Not everybody is able to jump on a ship anytime, unless you got money to spend, like a lot of people do here. That's why people are paying the prices, and that's why Royal Caribbean keeps doing what they're doing. So they're not really controlling anything. But if anything, they should have let the kid cruise and just keep them restricted. Like when you get to the port, stay within the port because you don't have the required ID. If anything, I bet you the kid would have stayed on the ship, or maybe hang out with the family. Once you got that other car, you're free to go everywhere. But now it's up to her mom to see if she brings him out of the ship into the port. Because he might not have the required paperwork to be on port in any place else. We think that because we are Americans, we could get away with anything anywhere. No, we don't. No, we don't. Now, how things are going now, things are gonna get a little tight. It's coming. So prepare for the worst, because it seems to be bad already. As it's gonna be. I know there may be some cancellations. There's some talks about Canada not allowing a cruise ship to go by because of Alaska. Things could change in the cruise world, and we might end up going to the Caribbean a lot more. And things this who keeps talking crap about other countries. Watch out! People might start getting kicked out of those countries too, being sent back here. So the cake is not always one way. Cake could be both ways. So it could be one of those deals. Okay, let me. I forgot about the chat here. Let me see if we got something else going on. Um, well, what am I? Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly Love is here. Hello, Eddie, Denise, Sheriff Bob, entire chat. Bob, and Cheryl saying hello to her. Sharon's also here. Everybody, but the both files are also here. Yes, definitely bring birth certificates, student ID, and I would get passwords for the entire family. Not missing my cruise. The password lasts you 10 years. The first 10 years that I had my passport, I didn't go anywhere, but I had it. I have it. It got renewed. I got to put another 10 years now. Now me and Alice we're cruising, we're traveling. I carry that thing with me like it's part of my skin. I don't leave that thing even in the cruise. I walk around with my passport in my pocket because I want to be on the good side of things if something bad happens. So yes, Kimberly, I agree with you on that note. Uh, no, Jimmy show this morning. Yes, Jimmy. Hopefully we'll have tomorrow morning show 6 a.m. Don't forget to go check him out. Didi might be there with him too. So yes, um, talking about Didi, she agrees with Kimberly. Okay, thank you, Denise. But I agree. We travel with kids, different cruise lines, and each line is different. But we have all the kids' travel information in a folder. There you go. I mean, and always that's all this information they carry in a folder. Make sure you had copies at home. If anything, take pictures of it. Keep that on your phone just to be extra. Send on your phone, Cheryl. On your phone, Jeremy. Make sure you have extra photos of those papers with you. You have it's like carrying three copies of the same paperwork. Plus, leave some stuff at home also. Also, had copies at home. Had the originals at home and all that. Carry copy paperwork with you, and make sure you keep that with you at all times. Do not let anybody look at it because it's nobody's business but yours. Um, RCL lost a customer. This story is going viral, big time, and not just the mom that is going to be upset about this whole thing. Now the kids are going to be upset, and they're going to blame the cruise line. So there you go. That's more future customers that you're losing out of, and they're just going to end up going someplace else if anything. So great wisdom, Eddie. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. I'm trying to things that you learn as you come along, and it's good to share with other people and let them know. Now, Juma Brown, welcome, my dear. Thank you very much for popping in. Dave is also here. Hello, Alice. She's on the other room listening over there. Hey, Eddie, you got anything to keep your opal stunning? Yes, I do. But let me talk about the news here, my dear. Anthony on the move. How you doing, sir? We see Carnival Cruise Addicts is also here. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Back to you. Hello, Anthony and everybody. Good to see you. Hello, Joe. Hey, Liz. Boy, both of them. They probably hanging out, cozying, and having a nice pina colada with a pizza or something. So let me hold on. Let me do some add-ons here on something that I'm working on the side too with you guys. Let me see if I missed anybody. I think I got everybody down. Oh, Anthony and David. And let me see, anybody else? I think we got, yes, okay. So far, I'm caught with everybody that is here. So, um, what is the full story here? It means somebody messed up. Somebody slipped the wrong stuff and didn't do a full complete job of what they were supposed to be doing. They're not helping the customer realize the drink that they wanted, and maybe the customer didn't realize how much effort and more stuff you need to really get your stuff going. It's always to have a password, no matter what. Even if you don't go anywhere, you never know. You might win a trip to Europe somewhere. What are you gonna do? Order a passport right there? It's gonna take a while, by the time, no matter what. What if that flight that you just won is next week? You know, it's always good to have it. It's you pay $100 for the passport, 100 whatever change, but it is 10 years. We're talking between 10 and $20 a year to have that extra ID with you. And I'm telling you, the way this country is right now, this past 60 days, I would like to carry more than just my passport. I would like to carry more stuff. I have a Latino face, for any reason, even though I'm an American, I could be picked up. So I do have my ID with me just in case. And I have all that stuff here at home that it is ready and available. Hey, Rob, what's up? Rob is also here. It's just the point is like what I want you guys to know is that when you do a research, do the best you can. Look for anything, ask questions. I don't whoever you're talking to get upset and they don't want to help you. That's too bad because it's your travel, it's your money, you're investing on it. Get that insurance that you're you don't want to get it because you could use it extremely in any situation. How many people have we heard that go to another country, get hurt, and things go bad? Pretty bad. Just having insurance helps you a great big deal. We're not talking thousands and thousands of dollars on insurance. We're talking just a couple few $100. I'd rather spend that $150 or $120 or even $200 on insurance to be safe from something major like I don't know, somebody just missed a street and hit you in the leg, put you out of your misery, or you got a broken finger or something. It's all gonna be taken care of. It's not coming out of your pocket, so you be taken care of. So I mean, I'm telling you, I'd rather be on the safe side than on the wrong side. And it's like I cut down on a lot of expenses we had. Like I used to pay for the Wi-Fi and all that stuff just to be able to have stuff to do on the ship. But now I realize that once we book our cruise, once we do at least one specialty dinner, depending on what we're celebrating, and we have the insurance taken care of, I don't worry about Wi-Fi. I record as much as I can, so I could work on my videos once I get back home. On the meantime, say what you can. It's like the drink package and all that. We don't get none of that stuff. If I want coffee, I go to the buffet. I get my coffee there. Once in a blue moon, it's once in a blue moon. I just don't really drink coffee at Starbucks. But once in a blue moon, if I happen to be at the atrium and there's a Starbucks right there, and it saves me from going all the way up there and come back, I might do it. I might give in and buy me a small cup of coffee if I really want it that bad. If I don't want it that bad and we're able to move around, I just wait till we hit the O'Sheehan's or one of these places that we are close by, in NCL. If we're in a different cruise line, the closer we are to the buffet or an area where they have coffee, I just go get it there. Like in the promenade in Royal Caribbean, they have your specialty coffee, but on the side they have a machine where you could go fill up all you want. Where they have the Sorrentos and all that nearby, so it was an easy peasy. The same thing with Celebrity. When we did Celebrity, and I felt like having a cup of coffee, we were near the buffet, or there was a, I can't remember the name of the shop where they gave me a cup of coffee. So it's and then even on our meals, every time after the meal, I have a cup of coffee, either that or before the meal came along. So yes, it's just one of those deals that we have. Ventures with Uncle Dave. What's up, my man? How you doing, Uncle Dave? Uncle Dave was recently on a cruise, and I would like to hear about that stuff too. So, Kimberly says, keep in mind, passports for children are only good for 5 years. Makes sense with the physical changes of the original pictures. Yes, good, excellent point you have brought in. Kimberly, thank you very much. That I did not know. See, now I do. So, very good. Yeah, especially with the kids making the changes and stuff in their body, faces, and all that. It's good to have that option, and it doesn't cost you the same as a full adult password. It will be less, which you renew in 5 years. Hello, Alice. BFF says Danny. Hey there from CCA also, and hey y'all, yo Eddie, Uncle Dave. It's nice to see you here. Thank you very much for popping in and hanging out. Um, Hello, Bonfire Travelers, Didi from Iora Bliss Live, Mr. David. We met Mr. David up in Helen, which we'll probably see him again next year when we all get together again. So the main thing is, like always talk to a travel agent. Always make sure that you call the cruise line that you're going to be traveling on. Make sure that you check that ship. Also, keep an eye on the news. Sometimes things change. They don't tell you the changes that they're doing to the ports or itineraries or anything on the ship. You might find out the week before you leave or the day off. So always keep an eye on your emails. Always keep an eye on any new offers that might show up. Some cruise lines, if they pop a new offer and you could see that you could save another $50 just by calling them and say, hey, listen, I have this cruise. I see you have a rebate on this or a deal on this. Can I get that? And they must 90% of the time they'll give you that. They'll give you the as long as you haven't paid your cruise, they'll be able to either give you more onboard credit or lower your last payment that you have to do. Let's say you owe $250 and you get a $50 deal out of that. All you have to do is just pay $200 and you're caught up with it. So that's another way to do it. But like I always say, always research. When Alice does a booking for a cruise, and if I don't know about, she researched the crap out of it, and she makes copies of everything. So she always has a folder of stuff that is happening. This way, when we hit the road, she has my parking receipts. If we need a QR code to get into the parking, what do we need once we get to the port? We do have our passports up to date. Our IDs, insurance on the cruise is taken care of. Don't worry about the rest. We don't do anything else. Maybe, like I said, maybe one specialty dining, and that's it. We just stay away from the rest, and it's a good deal, Najuma, Danny, Sharon. Yeah, I have these names here. Hold on. Uncle Dave also. Okay, who else do I have besides Senor Rob? That he's up in Canada. So let me see if I have everybody. I think I have Chris and Liz already. A few more. Sharon, don't leave me yet. I got to go. Something just came up. Talk to you tomorrow. Gonna hear the others and everyone. Okay, Sharon, we'll see you later. And I think I have everybody. I'm doing a whale, putting the names there too. So that's why I'm going back and forth. I decided at the end I'm going to do a run on the wheel and see what happens. All right. So during the week I'll be thinking about what am I going to do with that information. So like I was saying, how do you feel? I don't know if you were here from the beginning and heard me read all the news, but the thing is, the family was supposed to go on Royal Caribbean. The mom led the cruise line that her oldest son did not have a state ID. He had a school ID, and apparently she was given the green light. Once she made it to from, I believe, in North Carolina, they drove all the way down to Port Canaveral. She kept that a secret from the family. Once they got to Port Canaveral, she let them know what was going on, and they all got happy about it. She took pictures and everything. So once she got to the port, she was denied. Somebody there at the Port Canaveral denied them boarding the ship because of the kids' school ID. So, like I said, somebody messed up, somebody screwed up big time. And knowing that it was Royal Caribbean, it must have been a nice chunk of change for a big family. They're either four or five of them all together, ready to go, and then they just had to stay behind. They did spend a few days in Florida, and then I believe they drove back to their home state. And this might be a long going deal. She had to deal with that now, and I'll tell you, it's bad on Royal Caribbean's part because now they, besides losing a customer, it could have been taking care of another cruise soon with them, or her kids as they grow, they probably enjoy being on the cruise, and I don't think they will now. Hopefully, be some other cruise lines gain, and Royal Caribbean's loss. But do Royal Caribbean really cares? We'll see. Hopefully, I hear some more about this type of news eventually in another couple of weeks or so, and hopefully I could bring you better, happier detail about it. Guys, that in Go Live Together in the morning, I do talk about the news. We talk about them, and on this evening, I would like to go at least pick one news I feel strong about and discuss it and hopefully get some points out of it. And hopefully you could learn a few items out of it. Or if you have a question about it, ask me about it. And do I have the answer? I might not. But if I don't, there's a couple of travel agents here in the chat, and also I could always reach out and get somebody that you could talk to and get your question taken care of. And talking about travel agents, here's one. Anyways, up to bed now. Yeah, I know some people got to head to work very early in the morning. So have a great night, y'all. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for stopping in. And we'll probably see you in the morning on Go Live Together anyway. So good evening, dude. Peace sign. Either that or the right, Kimberly? One of those deals. So yes. So hope I don't get dizzy from the wheel. Come on, Danny. Don't be that disappointing. Come on. You'll be all right. You will be 100% all right. That wheel doesn't get you to bed anyway, unless were you at Anthony's wheel last night? I got a little late in Sarah from Cruise Cruisers won last night, and you know who won at another spin. Okay, wasn't good enough, So once I saw that Sarah won it, it's time to go, time to move on because the other guy was just talking too much BS. It's time to move on, dude. You lost, and move on. So coming back to here, I'm hoping to do this again next Sunday if everything goes well, and we could talk about some other other news and stuff like that, like Age of Seven. Beauty the Fake Cat. Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't have to say names, Danny. You know who I'm talking about. So, yes, yes, and yes. And this type of news, unfortunately, we are going to hear more about it. Things will continue like that, and it's just gonna be people sometimes they don't get the point that they need to do their own research and get their stuff situated and ready to go. So just gonna take some time, and hopefully people will take care of it. Mr. Nick P, how you doing? Good to see you. Billy is a fake cat. Amen to that. We all know it. Don't worry. We just go with the flow. Let me add Nick here to the list. The only one I don't have on the wheel right now is Rob. Why? He's in a different country. I need to get this within the 48 down here. No, hopefully it's not offense to him, but just what it is. We work something out. Eventually, I know me and Robert, we're gonna be in a cruise somewhere down the line, and I'll make sure I bring you some nice stuff. Eddie, don't forget to mention babies have to be at least 6 months old to cruise on Carnival Cruise Lines. Now, this info might help someone. Very good. Thank you very much, Kimberly, for bringing that up. See, I don't bring kids with me. I'm not bringing my grandkids with me. Also, my son, I don't know if he ever gets to cruise with me. Our daughter, I don't know if she ever cruise with us either. But you never know. Then once this stuff happens, we'll get more research and get our stuff getting working out the right way. But nonetheless, thank you, Kimberly. Like she says here, babies have to be at least 6 months old to cruise on Carnival Cruise Lines. So I don't know if I'd be comfortable bringing a baby with me on a cruise ship. Things could get out of hand. I don't think if I want to have any small kids traveling with me. I will somehow work out a deal with the grandparents to keep the baby for the week, or wait till the kid is more or grown up, a better handling situation, and then bring him along, because a baby is not gonna remember whatever happened on the ship, and we'll see. I would weigh myself with that. If I had a son or daughter, wait till at least she's a good 5 or 6 years old, then bring him in. Hopefully they'll get to enjoy it also. If you don't wanna stay away from your kids, that's what I would do. But then again, that's me. Right now we have two granddaughters, 6 and 5, and hopefully they'll be 11 and 10 by the time we get to cruise with them, or a little bit older, which I prefer to be that way, because they're able to pick their own dinner. They'll be able to pick their own activities that they want to do, and they're more flexible to keep an eye on. So the term you're trying to think of, Eddie, is the continental United States. Thank you, Nick P. you know where I was going. So yes, 8 of my family members had to cancel a cruise in October due to this current rule on Carnival. Wow, holy mama, that's a lot of people. 8 people. We're talking what, 4 cabins already, and that's a little sad there too. So yes, or either 4 or 8 cabins. It's not a good thing. Yep, I said the same thing. Cruise addicts. Thank you, thank you. Yep, no, that's crazy. That's why I find interesting, Eddie, about my trip coming up here in a couple of weeks. I got no idea what I'm doing, but that's what will make it more fun. She's planning everything in Germany. Oh, Fräulein's taking care of business. Good. Well, it's if you're gonna be doing things in Germany, let her take care of that. Because it's her town, is her places that she wants to take you, and she'll be more comfortable and easier to please if you let her take care of that. So the same thing, if she was coming here, then you plan the strategy that you're doing. Talking about that, when me and Alice first met online, we used to meet at different states, where depending on where I was working. and let's say I had a week off over the weekend or something, she was able to come over, fly over, or whatever the deal. She usually let the running around there up to me, since I was already working at these different states. I'd learned some of it and some of the places to go, where to eat, and I knew I got to meet Alice pretty good from the beginning. We both like roller coasters. We both like being on the first row. We both like bowling. We like to go to baseball games. So there was a lot of activities that usually happen during the summer that I was able to get away with it because I knew what she liked. And some of the stuff we did great. And I mean, 19 years later, I mean, more than 20 years later, we'll be celebrating our 19 in June. So yeah, I must have done something right back then. So you know, my pen in the butt now, but we're moving on. More from Nick P. It says, I told her I want to see Germany through her eyes. I want to see what made her who she is today. That is awesome, dude. So it will be interesting once that sleeper train arrives in Munich and reunite at the train station. Ooh, nice. Very, very, very nice. It is very similar to a song I love called The Long Way by Brett Eldridge, saying you found a pretty girl and want to see the story behind who she is. Wow, 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 Mr. Nick P. Careful. It sounds like somebody is already thinking future wise. So I hope everything goes well. Get to know the lady well, be friends and listen to what she has to say, and see if she's willing to go to another country. She's willing to stay there. What are her plans? Let her know. Let her know your plans also. Mitigate, talk about it, communicate. All right. See what happens. The rest is up to you guys. You'll be as good as you want to be as long as you work it out and you two take care of business yourselves. So I know Alice has been to Germany a few times. Someday I hope to visit also. I do want to visit Spain more than anything. Spain, Italy, and then Germany. Will I ever get to this? You never know. We'll see. We'll see in a couple of years from now. We'll see how things. Hopefully, it won't be too bad of a situation in another. I don't even know. I don't even want to dream about it, about how things could be. So we'll see. So hopefully the time will come. Danny says, I am multitasking. I'm waiting for Kicking the Country to start, but he's on my iPad and have you on my phone. Okay. They're supposed to go live now or something? Thanks, Eddie. That's what I've learned. We're all going to die at some point. Might as well live life to the fullest. Bam. I cannot tell you anything better than that. So, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's why you're the best, Danny, the special supporter. Danny's not an angel. I keep telling everybody. She seems like an angel, but no. But then again, I'm going to leave her alone. So I know she's up for adoption sometime soon. So you guys fight over this little angel. I don't think so, but yes, I guess Amber had to pick Ellie up. He was supposed to start at 8:30, so still waiting. Oh, okay. Maybe there, I don't know. There might be rains. There might be something going on over there on the side. So who knows? I have no idea what that means, but okay. Bazinga. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, jelly ponton. So what do you guys think about the news today? Do you think some people will get hit with this stuff? So, will it happen again? Of course it's going to happen again. How bad will it be? Hopefully it won't be as bad. Hopefully the person will not lose their cruise. Hopefully they'll be able to fix things up. Like it happened to Rob not too long ago, that he had a bad situation where his flight got switch at one of his point of views where he stopped And the whole trip just went berserk from there. He ended up flying to Mexico City to jump on the cruise ship the next day. It was just a big mess up. And I'm telling you, I would have never gone through that. That's why I kind of agree with the lady when she said, "Nope, I am now flying on my way to go to Mexico to catch up with the ship." That should have been done there from the beginning in Florida, not in Mexico. So, somebody messed up and made a big boo boo. I'm telling you, I'll be calling. I would have been calling already a lawyer and getting this person to decline them in Port Canaveral over that situation, and I would have raised on hell. But well, good for me that Alice always takes care of that, and she's very uh, she goes through everything there to make sure that we are in the right spot. So this way we go, we get to the place, we ride in. Sometimes by the time I drop her off with the luggage and everything, she goes in. By the time I park the car and come into the place, she's already waiting for me with somebody on with a wheelchair. So you know, um, call me lucky. Just one of those deals. All right. I haven't seen anybody else new come in. Did I miss anybody? Please scream now, so I could add you to the wheel that I'm about to roll. And what kind of surprise will I have? I have no idea yet. I just wanted to give it a test run on this, since I see that Anthony. Oh, Will G, ¿qué pasa, Will G? Let me add you to the wheel here. Hold on. Will G, we had the chance to meet him on Harmony of the Seas cruise that we did recently with Tropic Like It's Hot back in January, where I was celebrating my 60th birthday. I got to meet him and his wife, Joanna, and a bunch of other people there also. I even have a picture of Will holding posters. So, yes, yes, and yes. One of those deals. So, I see that he has the wheel and he kind of works. Sometimes he does it throughout the hour that he's there. So, and then he picks a winner down at the end. Sometimes he gets a little grouchy there when the people are waiting, because depending on who's in the chat screaming for their name to be picked, it's just give it a shot, give it a crack. Have a grenade fading. See you all in the morning. Hold on, Didi. Let me do the wheel right now, since you're about to go. Hold on, and let me share the screen so you guys can see it. So don't go anywhere, my dear. Hold on. Here we go. Share, and hopefully you guys are seeing it. Click to spin. There we go. And Sharon. Congratulations, Sharon. Thank you, David, for hanging out till the end. See, I even had Jeremy in the wheel also. So, yes, 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 and yes. So good, good. I'm glad that everybody got to see it. I'm not be able to say anything about it. I'll just go ahead and do things. When I travel, I double and triple check all of my documents, as well as print everything out from beginning to end. If anything happens, I just want to make sure it's not on my end. Amen to that, Uncle Dave. You are completely 100% right about that. Thank you, Didi. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I'm also be waiting till 9 o'clock. That's when How We Cruise will be here next after me. So I just don't want to cut in their time and make sure that if you guys want to hang around, go to How We Cruise. They are going to be talking about some kind of cruising deals and stuff like that tonight. So you could follow with them. If you never heard of How We Cruise, just make sure you do tonight. If one of the mods here could put their link, How We Cruise, on the chat. So at 9 o'clock, go over there and tell him that Eddie Lugo Studios sent you over. Yo in the house, Brooklyn in the house sent you. Julie and Brian will know that is coming here from me, so they'll know about that stuff. All right. Uh, Wait a minute. I didn't see my name on that wheel. Oh, wow. Oh, wait a minute. Did I even put your name in here? Oh crap. No, I did not. Oops. Don't worry, baby. I got a special gift for you. You know, I'll be coming over in a few minutes. All right. Get ready to take a shower soon. So, so yes, and yes. Hey, Travel Cake Trips, how you doing? Good evening, good evening. Thank you for coming in. We were talking about some news today. I picked news on from Cruise Hive tonight about a family that drove down from upstate. I think it's North Carolina, and they went down to take a cruise on Royal Caribbean to go away for a few days. And unfortunately, the oldest son did have state ID. He had a school ID, and they told her it was going to be fine. When she made it to the port, they declined them the trip. So we talked about that, and I gave my personal opinion about it, and we made a few comments here. Kimberly brought up excellent points of view when it comes to a baby under 6 months old. In Carnival, passports for kids that last 5 years, not like adults that are 10. So there's a lot of things that you need to take care of. And always, like the best thing I will recommend you is to get insurance on your trip, no matter what. I do not care where you go, where you don't go. Have that insurance taken care of because that's one of your major anti problems. You'll be taking care of that too. So also, and what do we got here? Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you for putting the link to Howie Cruise. Also, Bonfire did. I have no idea what this is. Howie Cruise, oh, right there at the beginning. What am I reading now? You know. So yes, they're coming up now at 9 p.m. in a few minutes. So go ahead if you want to keep listening. They talk about booking, especially Royal Caribbean a lot. They're very knowledgeable when it comes to Royal Caribbean. I think it's their second home anyway. They're up in New Jersey, so they travel a lot from Bayonne and also New York City. So and they're all over the place too, but most of the times from way up there. So oh yes, I heard about that situation. That was no fun for them at all, and I don't, big time. We have the Alliance Insurance. Good for you guys. Please do keep that alliance going. I also check your channels almost every time when I'm doing the schedule. But like I always comment, you have to have a thumbnail for either a premiere or a live. In other words, if you're doing a video that you want to show tomorrow, just make sure you do when you set up your the thumbnail and all that stuff, you go to Premiere. Make sure you set up the date, the time, and all that. This way, it will be on your channel, and I'll be able to see it if it's for the next day. Sometimes, if you do a video today out of the blue, I won't be able to see it. I won't be able to put it in the schedule unless it's very early in the morning and I get to see it. Or always, you could always contact me through Messenger under Eddie Lugo, and I could get it and add you to that day. I've done it for Scott a bunch of times where I am to that schedule. Sometimes out of the blue, somebody pops up and add them too. So you could always work something out, right? There's no fee; it's all free. Just make sure you let me know wait time, and we could take care of it. So we have not done either a premiere or live yet, but we will update you in advance, or you will be able to see it. No worries. Amen to that, and that goes to everybody here. A lot of people here already know about it, but just in case, I like to remind them about it. That's another option you have to get your channel promoted. So it's one good thing to do it. Sometimes we're looking what to do, and we just happen to be in Facebook. You see the YouTube list for the day, and you get a chance to know where you're going to go and how to spend your time and how to prepare yourself for that live show that is happening that night or premiere or wherever the deal is. However you want to do your business, that's your own business. So yes, and you're welcome, Travel Cake, you and everybody else here on the chat. And thank you, Sharon. You're the lucky hit winner tonight. If I do this again next Sunday, which I hope, I just gotta pick a real good news for next Sunday, and then we'll do the wheel again. See what happens. Also, I keep on Go Live Together. We don't do the top chatters anymore, but on Fridays, I always keep an eye on who's up there. And at the end of the month, I see who beat everybody else on my chat. Jeremy and Cheryl, they don't do it on their chat, but on mine, I just keep an eye. And whoever does great, I'm gonna get them something. And something from the channel, something I picked up out of poor or something was given to me, or some collectible that I have at home that I could share and give to somebody else. Maybe I have some license plates, maybe I have some other logos. I have something, I owe Chris and Liz. I owe them some coasters that I have that I said to her once I get my new ones, I could send them out. I do have new coasters too, so there's a few things that I could always keep out. All right, so Sharon have her address. So if I don't have your address, I will request it once we do. My email is eddielugostudios@gmail.com. You could reach me through there, or Messenger Eddie Lugo on Facebook. That's another way to get in touch with me. And you could always leave a comment on one of my videos and say, hey, get in touch with me or here, or we'll talk about it and get the thing going. So I want to thank you guys for coming in tonight, hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:15 with the morning quickie. The tutorials will be on at 6 a.m. Didi should be there, and also Scott. Maybe what's his name? Kenny will be there too. Then I come in at 7:15, and we'll keep it going. And then we'll be back at 9 o'clock in the morning with Cheryl and Jeremy with Go Live Together at 9 a.m. And we got a whole bunch of other crazy stuff to talk about there too in the morning. Will G, thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you. I know tomorrow morning, somewhere down the line, you're gonna pop in and says driving and listening. So yes, we'll be looking forward to that. Everybody else, have a great night. Thank you, Bob, Travel Cake, Danny, the little angel, Chris and Liz, and everybody else. Uncle Dave, thank you for popping in. Anthony in the Move, Sharon, Alice, and everybody else that came by and say hello. So everybody have a great night. Like I always say, even though I say this in the morning, but I'm going to say it tonight too, because I know some of you need to hear it also. Stay out of trouble. I got no money for bail. All right. Everybody have a great night. I'll talk to you soon. Go check out How Cruise. Let them know I send you over there, okay? Have a great night. See you all in the morning if you're available, okay? Bye.